Hey girl! So today we're going to be talking about the growing biohacking community. Biohacking is a DIY form of personal improvement in which people attempt to change aspects of their biology to improve health, performance, or well-being. So in layman's terms, these are like crunchy people times a million. These are not the same people that are preaching like healthy eating and exercising and sleep and stress reduction. This is more like your unemployed cousin that's eating goldfish food so that he could raise testosterone. So today we're going to be exploring the world of biohacking and biohacking influencers. Let's go! Chapter 1, muscle testing. This is the belief that the body naturally knows what it needs, so the muscles will lean forward when it wants something and backwards if it doesn't want something.
Watch my body choose between a protein shake and a banana for breakfast. My body is going forward for a protein shake, meaning yes, and backwards for a banana, meaning no, backwards for both, so it looks like I'm having a protein shake for breakfast.
Me trying to find every possible way to cheat on my diet. British people rejecting any flavor in the food that they get. Okay, so let me get this straight. So this girl is asking her body what her body needs for lunch, and her body leans forwards for the protein shake, which means that she wants the protein shake, and backwards for the banana, so her body doesn't want the banana. And this is supposed to be an accurate way to get nutrients for your body? I guess my number one question when I watch this is like, how specific are we getting, right? Like, does every single body part have a say in what it needs? Or is it more like the body versus the brain type thing? Like, what if your coochie wants your ex back, but your blood pressure is like, hell no, bitch, we can't go through that again. Also, we don't need to be giving the boys any more excuses, okay? Because this sounds like the dream excuse every cheating husband is going to use.
Babe, I didn't subscribe to your aunt's OnlyFans. The groin muscles did. Ooh. Wait, James Charles? I didn't lean in for James Charles. The muscles in my rectum did. Yeah.
Like, we don't need to be giving the men any more ammo. Okay, here's another example of 2 certified muscle testers in Walmart.
Okay, lean forward. Muscle testing works.
I know it does.
Feel free to just.
When in Walmart.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Girl, this is why I got certified in muscle testing. I know it works.
Yeah, you know, after seeing the whole muscle testing techniques, I feel like this is the same accuracy as like taking a personality test on BuzzFeed back in 2015. Also, one of them said that she was certified in muscle testing. I am like morbidly curious in what that entails. I envision they go to like a sorcery school, like it's like Hogwarts for biohacking students. I feel like the muscle testers would be like the Hufflepuffs, and then the alphas that edge to raise testosterone, they would be like the Slytherins, you know? Look, this is not even me hating, okay? Because if I was into crunchy stuff like muscle testing, this is exactly who I want to see as my instructor. I want my instructors to be 2 white women wearing cheetah rim glasses, okay? I don't want to walk in there and see a bunch of straight men in Vineyard Vines t-shirts. Okay, here's another influencer that also teaches muscle testing in public.
Show you guys how I muscle test for supplements because that is the biggest question that I get asked. Okay, you want me to do it this way? Okay, ready? It's a no. It's a matcha that I know my body likes, so let's see. Let's test. Okay, then I asked my body how many. 1, 2, 3.
This is what I imagine it's like to live in LA. This is the same demographic of people that's responsible for matcha being like $12 a cup now. The same type of people that will pay 3 times as much for kimchi if it's called spicy cabbage salad. Watching her lean forwards and backwards as if she's like possessed by the vitamin gods or whatever, it's like watching an episode of Ghost Adventures where the magic spirit just makes them go to Applebee's and day drink and cheat on their wife. Okay. Bro. The spirit of Jacob Elordi's 2018 crop top photo shoot is possessing me to step forward. It's like my body needs his nutrients or something. But guys, muscle testing isn't just an art that crunchy moms do in the supplement aisle of a Target. There are people that practice muscle testing in like a clinical office where they help you test like for different diseases and allergies and whatnot.
Both rows starting down here at the bottom. Good. These are all immune cells. Let's see how your immune system's behaving. Push up here for me strong. Good. And then climb up just to the top of this box and hold strong again. Okay, those tested fine. Let's look at lymph. Just these are all lymph files. We saw lymph, a little inflamed in the multi-scan. Let's see how you look here. Look a little strong. All right.
This is exactly the type of stuff that I imagine Joe Rogan would promote on his podcast. Also, how does one get into this type of field, you know? I feel like this is the exact type of job they have on House Hunters, and then their budget is like a $2 million mansion or something. Just noticing this now, is this a gaming chair that the patient is sitting on? Like, where'd she get that from? Her son? Every single patient that sits on that chair, they're like, why is it so sticky? Why does it smell and taste like Cheeto dust? Okay, here's another example of a muscle testing practitioner.
The gallbladder is like, for the love of God, send help. Small intestines are okay. Large intestines are okay. The bladder's okay, and the kidneys are okay.
How is she getting that conclusion so quickly? Like, just no blood work, no x-ray, no CAT scan, just like instantly her magical fingers can whisper to different organs in your body? Like, how is she getting that so quickly?
So we have this weak arm. When we touch the gallbladder, the body's saying, hey, I'm really stressed out. We're gonna see, okay, well, with what? Not chemicals, not metals, not immune, and that's food. So we're gonna go through the food kit and we're gonna see, is it a specific food that like actually is responding more of like an allergy, or is it just digestion overall? Weak, right? No change. Cheese, natural cheese, milk, raw milk, right? So they all respond. So the body's saying, yeah, I'm really struggling with dairy. Dairy is not really your fave. Like, try to avoid that trigger.
I just imagine that this is like the perfect Nepo baby type of field to get into. This is the type of job you have knowing that you have two rich parents that's gonna give you a $20 million golden parachute when they die. These are the exact types of people that I imagine claim that they're doctors that argue with you on Reddit, you know? Also, how in depth are these food vials that she's testing, right? Bitch, nothing f***s me up more than like a Pizza Hut double stuffed cheese crust pizza, okay? Is there a vial for that? What about spicy buldak noodles with a whole milk latte combo? Is there a vial for that? Because that f***s me up like no other.
You're gonna put this in your right hand, just hold it. It's a glass vial of the actual food. It's just dried. Left arm straight up. I'm pushing towards your feet. Do this one. Go to the second finger and third finger. Good. And relax. That was strawberries. 2, 3. We'll come back to that one. But that's milk.
This is the type of artsy shit that the dead wife does in a Leonardo DiCaprio movie. A lot of people in the comment section are saying that they're only watching because this is like some ASMR that they listen to. And honestly, that makes so much sense. Like, in the same universe that you would use muscle testing to test for allergies, it's the same universe that you would get a cranial nerve exam from a big booty Latina using an Amazon plastic doctor kit. But just my personal opinion, after watching all of these muscle testing videos, it just feels really like unnecessary. It just feels like I'm watching a bunch of people find out in real time about humans having preferences. Like, as a baddie who is extremely lactose intolerant, okay, if you're putting like creamy vanilla ice cream in front of me versus Jello, I'm gonna lean forward towards the creamy ice cream, even though that shit's gonna me up in 2 hours, you know? Like, maybe instead of the idea that your gallbladder is just secretly gloving messages to the muscle testing practitioner, maybe you just have a preference for yoni vitamins that you get at Target every month and your body is used to it. Like, I don't know, like that just seems like the logical answer to me. Chapter 2, tanning peptides. So there are influencers that take melanin peptides that are supposed to increase the body's melanin to make you have this like unrealistically crazy tan. And no, none of this stuff is FDA approved. So for example, I wanted to show you guys this girl. She's a tanning peptide influencer who also sells these peptides. Here are a few before and afters of like her taking the peptides. Why do you care so much about peppers? because I never want to be mentally unwell as this baby girl again. I gotta say, the peptides do be working, because this is one of the craziest transformations I have ever seen. The before photo is like me in December, and then the after photo is like me trying to create a period accurate 2016 Ariana Grande tan before I go to the Eternal Sunshine concert next month. Okay, and here's another before and after video. This one says, you took peptides seriously. And then it's just her in the bikini showing off her tan again. Guys, I gotta say, these peptides really create the most perfect Love Island UK contestant I've ever seen. On paper, I love a lad that is cheeky, has good banter, proper chat, loads of tattoos. Like, that's what I imagine this girl sounds like every time I see one of her TikTok. I know that these tans are insane, and they are, but like, it's kind of giving me hope core. The fact that science has advanced so much, where like now all these white British girls can live out their Ibiza summer wet dreams on TikTok, that has to be a sign that cancer is gonna be cured soon, right? Okay, so like I said, this girl sells different melanin peptides on her TikTok shop, so I decided to take a look at her TikTok shop, and guys, why is there so many different types of melanin peptides? We have KPV, Melanin 1 Advanced Sniffy, the Semi 10, Research Mixing BAC, and we've got Ratatouille 40 and Ratatouille 20. Why is there so many different types of peptides? Do they all give you a different type of tan, I'm guessing? Like the Ratatouille 40 gives you the tan of a biracial French resident that chain smokes and denim capris all day. The Melanin 1 Advanced Sniffy gives you the tan of an ABG with the boba and rave addiction. And apparently the routine you're supposed to do with these peptides is take the peptides and pair that with going into a tanning bed for at least 15 minutes a day. I don't know about you guys, but that just seems like a recipe for skin cancer. Have you ever wanted to have the skin texture of a leathery, creepy boomer that lives in Florida? Well, now you can with these peptides. And then here are a few male influencers that use these peptides. This is what this guy looked like before the peptides. And this is what he looks like after. And here's another male influencer that uses the melanin peptides. So this is what he looks like before the peptides. 1 month in, another month in, and what he looks like now. And then the caption says, I fully changed races. Remember, all within 2 months. You don't need to be pale, and it takes no time at all. I changed races? Like, yeah. I feel like a lot of them did. Bro really went from emo Midwest band member to Southeast Asian cousin that wears linen shirts. These dudes are flaunting how they're changing races. Like, I wonder if you like put more peptides in your body, do you also get more of like the Asian side effects to go along with it? They start getting an addiction to scratch off lottery tickets. They start believing in ghosts. The sudden urge to max out their 401k at work. Like, I wonder if there are peptides that can make these men look more like Southeast or South Asian. Are there peptides to make me, a Southeast Asian woman, look white? At least just for job interviews? Like, as I lose melanin, I gain the ability to make the best banana bread you'll ever taste, bitch. I lose melanin, but I gain crazy knowledge on every single board game you could ever think of. Chapter 3. Height surgery. So apparently this is a procedure where you can surgically lengthen your femur so that you can be taller. Here are a few examples of what this looks like. This one says, before height surgery at 171 centimeters, 5'7", I was called short. Today, I'm taller than an elevator. And then he also posted this video of him walking after the surgery, and it says 195 centimeters, 6'5" incoming. And it's just him walking with crutches. Bitch, this is how I be walking after having a crazy leg day at the gym. Guys, Beyonce said that if a man can make you walk like this, you gotta take his ass to Red Lobster. Okay, so before the surgery, he was about 5'8", and then after the surgery, he is now like 6'4", 6'5", which is absolutely fucking crazy. It just looks like it hurts. Like, I feel like this is the walk of someone that just came home from World War I. Okay, so I did a little bit more research on how this is done, and apparently this is how it works from my understanding. So this surgery only lengthens the femur and not the lower leg. So a lot of times it just makes you look like your knees are super low to the ground. Like a lot of times in the extreme cases, you kind of just end up looking like two kids wearing a trench coat trying to get into a rated R movie or something. Then there are screws in your legs that you have to adjust daily to lengthen your femurs even more. So a lot of times you'll see growth within like a year or 2 years. Oh, I just get like nauseous thinking about like bones breaking and stuff. Like I just don't like it. And apparently here are a few of the common side effects, you guys. Nerve damage, bone that refuses to heal, joint contractures, infection deep in the bone, blood vessel injury, chronic pain that never goes away. This literally sounds like the type of hell they talk about in the Bible. Okay, here's another patient that also got the leg lengthening procedure with the same doctor.
This is the benefit to being short. But
oh my god, I know I keep saying it. It just looks so painful. I mean, I gotta give it to them. Like, the way they be walking after the surgery, it is accurate to how tall dudes do be walking. It's like, tell me that is not your tall brother that wears shorts and Nike slides in December, right? If it's anything, these surgeries do make these guys master like the 6'5" nonchalant walk. These guys walk into the surgery a 5'8" normal man, and they walk out a nonchalant 6'5" guy with one AirPod and a drawstring backpack. Okay, now this one says, depressed of being short, 172.5 centimeters. Handicapped but happy to be taller, 183 centimeters. This is how my friend walks 2 years after leg lengthening surgery, plus 10 centimeters. 2 years? And we're still walking like Tiny Tim with polio? Oh my god. Oh my god, $78,000 for this surgery. 2 years later, you still need crutches to walk. And the side effect of having chronic pain the rest of your life, like, this surely cannot be worth it. This has to be one of the most divorced dad heartbreak shit I've ever seen, okay? This is some Ned Fulmer certified type shit. Why do this? Like, to get women to score aura points from alpha males on TikTok? Bruh, all he needed to do was like learn to do a really good Stitch impression and make a bunch of friends with black women and get style tips from them. Like, that would take you so much further than all of this, I promise. Chapter 3. Eye color change. Have you guys ever wanted to change your eye color permanently? Well, now you can with the eye color changing doctors on TikTok. So there's this doctor on YouTube named Dr. Boxer Watchler, which sounds like a fucking Marvel villain, by the way. And he does these eye color change surgeries on people.
New honey gold eyes. Risks include light sensitivity and scratchiness.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
How you feeling seeing yourself for the first time like this?
I like it. I can't believe it. This is awesome.
Every day you're gonna wake up and see your new eyes.
Is this permanent?
It is.
Is this permanent? That's something you never want a patient to say to you as a doctor. I'm wondering, like, what the process of getting this was like if the patient doesn't even know that this was a permanent procedure. In the beginning of the video, it says this is supposed to be a honey gold color. Where's the honey? Where's the gold? I'm not seeing any of that. I'm getting Edward Cullen Gray. Okay, to be fair, maybe it's just super intense right after the surgery and it'll become more natural as time goes on. Like, to be fair, when I got the Yetis done, they were like up to here and they were like this. And eventually they became normal. So maybe that's the case here. I'm hoping that's the case here. Okay, so that was the honey gold eyes. Now this one is a medium intensity blue, so maybe it looks more natural. Let's see.
So last week, you got the procedure to change the color of your eyes, and what color did you choose?
Riviera blue, medium intensity.
How do you feel about the eyes now that you have them?
I love them. It's giving me a fresh start. I turned 61.
Okay, I will say that this one looks more natural than the one before. I feel like it suits him more, but the fact that this is supposed to be medium intensity, if this is medium intensity, what is full intensity? Like White Walker blue? Okay, so we saw honey gold, we saw medium intensity blue, and now we have olive green with low intensity. So hopefully this will be more natural looking than the other two. Let's see.
Getting my eyes turned to olive green from brown.
How excited are you?
Pretty excited. It's kind of unreal right now. Yeah, wow. Looks so natural too. Look at those.
What? I feel like this is just as intense as the full intensity honey gold or the medium intense blue. Like, what's the point of offering different intensities if you only have one intensity? I think what makes this look a little uncanny is the fact that the iris is so like one noted and the contrast between the iris and the pupil is so harsh. It just looks very like Shein contacts, you know? When I look into his eyes, it's like he's having a That's So Raven psychic revelation. Like, I felt like his natural eye color looked so good already. Now look, if the patients walk out of there and this is exactly what they wanted, more power to them. However, I just feel bad for the patients that seem like they didn't really know what they were signing up for, like not knowing it was permanent, not knowing how intense it was gonna be. And I guess my overall message is like, look, if biohacking works for you, go ahead. Do what makes you happy. I am not one to shame people for getting surgeries or doing unconventional things that you want to do. Just make sure that you do your research and do all these things safely, okay? Like, I wouldn't want any of you guys to get a permanent procedure because you saw it on TikTok. Like, please don't do that. Please do your research. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know your feelings in the comment section down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!